Hey everyone, it's me again, Tinapay, and today I will be discussing the Black Gold event. I've been receiving a lot of questions about this, so I'll do my best to give you guys an idea of how this game works. So at first, you will need to register the participants for the event. The R Force and the leader will be choosing 20 participants and 10 substitutes. So at the start of the event, all the selected participants will need to respond if they'll be joining the event or not. During the registration phase, the player should inform if they'll be attending the event or not. So just tick the box here to confirm their attendance. After the registration period, here comes the preparation phase. By this time, the alliance leaders will be arranging the participants. This is also a good time for you guys to strategize. Also keep in mind that the participants should not leave the alliance by this time, because once you leave the alliance, you will be disqualified in the event. Sorry for the poor quality of the video, but this is just to show you guys how it looks like on the perspective of an alliance leader. So here they can be able to select the participants and select the time of the event. There are 3 options available and the event lasts for 45 minutes. After the preparation phase, here comes the pairing phase. This happens a few minutes before the event begins. During the pairing phase, the system will randomly pair alliances with similar strengths based on the total CP of the registered alliances within the same registration period. You must recall all troops and heal wounded units before entering the battlefield. Keep in mind also that if you leave the battlefield during the event, you may re-enter after 15 minutes. So make sure to coordinate with your teammates if you need to leave the event. Now, once the battlefield is accessible, starters can enter instantly, while substitutes can only enter once the battle officially begins. Now let's talk about the gameplay. Now the members of the 2-match alliance will compete to gain higher alliance points and personal points after entering the battlefield. And when the countdown ends, the alliance with higher points will be deemed the winner. All members of the participating alliance will receive rewards based on the battle outcome, and individual participants will be rewarded according to the alliance's battle outcome and their personal score tier. Now let's talk about how do we get points or resources. There is a building in the middle of the battlefield. It's called Rare Earth Factory. This building releases the rare earth alloy twice during the event. First is on the 15-minute mark and the second one is on the 25-minute mark. The alliance that successfully takes the rare earth alloy to the headquarters will get 100,000 points or 100,000 black gold. Aside from that, there's also other buildings such as the military base, which gives 5,000 points for the initial control and 1,000 points for sustained control per minute. It also gives buff on troop damage by 20%. There's also the field hospital, which gives 5,000 points for initial control and 1,000 points per minute for sustained control. It gives buff of boost wound healing by 50%. And then there's the oil refinery. The initial control gives 2,000 points and the sustained control gives 400 points per minute. Then finally, there is the oil tank. It gives out 600 points per minute. The goal here is to capture these buildings and reinforce it when the enemy tries to steal it. You'll also get points when defeating enemy units, but this is just going to add up to your personal points. In the beginning, you'll be focusing on capturing the resources. So make sure to get as much as you can. I recommend to scan the area before the battle begins, so you would know where to go or what to target when it opens. Other buildings such as the military base and the hospital is still protected around this time. There is a cooldown of I think 10 minutes before you can be able to attack it. Expect a lot of fighting over these resource buildings. It will take a few seconds or a few minutes to march to these buildings. So what I did here is I sent my APCs already so I could be there when the shield wears off. You can also see that the enemies are also coming. So when you capture a building, expect that the enemies will also be attacking it. Make sure that you guys strategize on how to reinforce these buildings. On the 15-minute mark, a lot of players will be gathering around the rare earth building to capture the rare earth alloy. And as you can see here in my video, we have successfully captured it. And one of my teammates will be taking that alloy to our headquarters. The enemy alliance would try to steal it, so make sure that a lot of players will be around to defend it. Otherwise, it will be stolen from you. Remember that this rare earth alloy gives out 100,000 black gold or 100,000 points. So after all the intense fighting, we have successfully captured the rare earth alloy. So take a look at how much points added to our scores. There's going to be a lot of fighting and battles during this event, which makes it more exciting. This needs a lot of strategy, support, and teamwork. And of course, the more the participants are, the better. As you can see here, there's only 15 players from our team and 17 players from the opponents. This is really a numbers game. Now, don't be too complacent. You can be ahead in score today, but it's not always the case. Just like this one, the opponent have captured the second release of the rare earth alloy. We really fought hard in stealing it, but we were unsuccessful. Until eventually they got ahead of us. It was such an intense battle, and the score is too tight. I'm almost giving up and have accepted the defeat. We're down last minute until the event ends. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, we pulled off a miracle. We scored at the last few seconds and turned the game around. What an epic comeback. This, I can say, definitely a last-minute stroke of luck. So there you have it. We won our first ever Black Gold event. If you find this video helpful, please share this to your friends. Also, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Just tick the notification bell icon if you want to see more content like this. Alright, so see you guys on the next one. Bye!